Hey there, welcome to The Working Actor. I'm Natasha Gargiulo, your host, and I always love speaking with actors who used Casting Workbook to help them start their career and then went on to become big superstars in Hollywood and in Canada. And this is an example of that superstar. That's right.
All the time. I posted them.
Jennifer Robertson is here. You may know her from Schitt's Creek or Ginny and Georgia. And here she is at the Whistler Film Festival because you have a short here. And she's carved out some time in her busy schedule to sit down with us on The Working Actor to inspire you on how you can perfect your craft. So thanks so much for making time with us.
Yeah, no problem.
I loved you in Schitt's Creek. I'm going to tell you that right now. I think so many people binge watched Schitt's Creek over the pandemic and fell in love with the storyline, fell in love with all the characters, fell in love with your character. Tell me a little bit about how it affected you and your career.
Obviously, it was a huge game changer in my career. I was a working actor at that point, but it sort of shifted. After the first season, it took a little bit of time. I think once this show went on Netflix and people could binge watch the shows when it really took off. But before then, it would sort of be at the grocery store. Someone would go, "Are you on TV or do you shop here all the time?" And I go, "Both."
Yeah.
But it is, everyone in the show is doing so well.
Yeah.
Post Schitt's Creek, they're doing incredible things. And yeah.
Tell me, did you always want to become an actor?
Yes.
Yes. So when did you know that you wanted to do this?
I think my family knew at 5. My father was a comedian also. At 5, I lived on a small island, and my parents were called in because when we did puppet shows at school, all my puppets had different voices, and they thought maybe I had multiple personality disorder. Maybe I do. I don't know. We're making it work.
And look how well it's worked out for you.
Starts with the puppet shows.
So you're originally from Vancouver, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So what was it like starting out and kind of like going through the process of getting an agent and auditioning and going for those roles?
It's a lot. And I think you have to set your expectations.
Yeah.
My daughter wants to go into it, and I told her she just has to take all the classes and all the things because you have to love it. Because it's not easy. And we only hear about the quick overnight successes.
Right.
I finished theater school, and for 10 years, I worked sometimes 3 jobs at a time. As you know, I did press junkets, I waited tables, I worked retail, I did all of that until about 30 was when I was just acting to pay my rent. And I wasn't living the high life, but that felt like the high life for me.
Because we often hear with our show, The Working Actor, we have a global community of actors who will ask us questions. And often it's like, what do you do during the low times? You know, when you're not getting those auditions, when you've got really nothing to do and you're waiting for the next gig. And you and I were just talking, and you were doing entertainment reporting.
Yep.
And
stand-up comedy,
sketch
comedy. I write now because there's still lots of time in between gigs, and I write. You have to find things that feed you in between, or you're too desperate when you walk in those rooms. You've got to have a fulfillment outside of the room so that you come in as a whole person when you're auditioning.
So where does the confidence come from? Because I feel like stand-up comedy, you really have to be confident.
Stand-up comedy, I feel like, creates a healthy level of fear and danger. I did it, not enough, like I wasn't a touring comic, but I went, for some reason, to London, England to do a show, a TV special, and I did 20 minutes, and no one laughed for the entire set. But here's the thing, is after that, it's kind of like a rebirth. Because if you can survive, I think you got to put yourself in situations that are risky to show what you can make it through and what you can survive. And after that, I was not scared in any audition because I just went in front of 2,000 people in London who stared at me. And I was like, okay, now I can walk in and see 3 people behind a casting table and go, hi.
I love that lesson about learning from the hardships that you have in your life. Okay, but then there comes these amazing opportunities, right? So when did you know that when you got Schitt's Creek that it was something special?
I knew it was special. Like when I got the sides and someone said, Catherine O'Hara and Eugene Levy are going to be in the show, I knew that was special. As a Canadian, obviously that's a big deal. And so they gave us lots of time to prepare also, which was really amazing. Sometimes you get no time to prepare. I think I had 3 weeks with the sides before I went to audition, which was amazing.
So your agent approached you with this. Did you know anybody in the cast?
No, but I was auditioning, but I had the sides for 3 weeks before the audition.
That's
which
a
was
long
amazing. It was a
time.
long time. It was lots of time to work it, and so I really felt comfortable. Then I auditioned, and they said that they had pinned me, and then I didn't hear anything for 8 weeks. And I was sure I didn't get it. I was so sad. And then the phone rang, and everything changed.
Okay, what are you going to be singing for us today, Alexis?
I have chosen to perform the title track off of my critically reviewed limited reality series, A Little Bit Alexis. Ooh. Feel free to sing along if you know the words.
Okay.
Are you ready? Let's do it. I'm a Lamborghini. I'm a Hollywood star. I'm a little bit tipsy when I drive my car. I'm expensive sushi. I'm a cute, huge yacht. I'm a little bit single, even when I'm not. I'm a little bit. I'm a little bit. I'm a little bit. I'm a little bit of la 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 la. A little bit Alexis. La 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 la. A little bit Alexis.
Okay, yes.
La la la.
Wonderful.
Okay, yeah. I still actually had a few more verses, and in the last verse, I really get to showcase my range.
Oh, no, you know what? I think that just that 30 seconds is more than enough to go off of, yeah.
Are you saying I booked it?
Great question. Jocelyn?
Well, we do have to see all the other candidates, but we will definitely get back to you.
Okay. Okay.
It was sad that it had to come to an end.
Yes.
When you knew it was coming to an end, did that instill any anxiety or any fear? Or were you like, no, I'm going to find something else? As an actor,
every actor is afraid when a series is ending.
Mm-hmm.
Every actor is afraid. And I went to Ginny and Georgia quite quickly. We finished in April, Schitt's Creek, and Ginny and Georgia started in August of the same year. So I didn't really take time to kind of process the show ending. But it ended when Dan wanted to end it. And he had such a clear idea of what that was. And everybody understood it. And even though everyone on the street is still like, will there be a movie?
Please.
And I was like, I don't know. We'd all love to do one.
or maybe your own. You know, it could be your story
Because the Jocelyn Schitt story.
Yes, I would love that. That would be amazing. Pitch it.
When did she give birth to Mike? That's the first question.
There you go. But I mean, now with Ginny and Georgia, everyone is hooked on that. So you went from one hit series to another one.
Very lucky. That's just a luck thing. It truly is.
Yeah.
Because there's so many shows that get made and so many things that happen. It's not like I went, yeah. I mean, I loved the pilot and it was really fun and I wanted to go out for it, but you just don't know.
Yeah, we've had some of the actors from Ginny and Georgia on our Working Actor as well. So we know that there's such a huge fan following and everybody wants to know if you can give them a tease of what's going to happen in season 3.
I mean, would it be fun if they knew what was going to happen?
Well, you can give a little exclusive.
I mean, will Ellen drink some more wine? Yes. Will her kids do stuff she doesn't know about? You bet. We can't really. They won't be disappointed. There's so much that happens. I feel like this is an even more like wild season than season 2. There's so much going on.
I love that. So let's talk about your short that's here at the Whistler Film Festival. Okay. What's it about?
It's called Vince.
Vince.
And it's about an ad session. It's based on a true story. The people who wrote it is actually based on an experience they had. It's a comedy thriller, I would say, about an advertising session that has an AI come in to do the voice work for the session, and it all goes sideways. And the AI sort of locks us all in the studio. It's very 2001 at one point, where Dave has taken over and won't let us out. It's an amazing cast, and it's Esmer, Rodrigo Fernandez, Trisha Black, and Colin Mockery plays Vince.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
What does it feel like to be from Vancouver, have a film here at the Whistler Film Festival? Do you have any connection to Whistler? Do you have any fond memories?
I used to come here as a kid, but we would come in the summer because it was too expensive in the winter. So we would come. I'm like, isn't this where people ski? And my dad was like, no, it's where we ride bikes. I'm like, fun. This is fun. So those are my Whistler memories. And I've been up a little bit. I'm not a downhill skier. I'm a cross-country skier.
Sure. Safe.
respect,
Yes.
and snowshoeing, which was also delightful to do here
Yeah.
too. So, yeah.
So what does it feel like to be here with the film?
This is my first time here for the festival. It's crazy. I just got here. You're the first person I'm talking to.
I feel very honored.
So I will get to experience more of it tomorrow, but I'm excited to see some other films and see some of the people that are here. I think it's going to be really cool.
Yeah, you know, you've had such a great, successful career. And when you think about working actors, you're a success story because you were with Casting Workbook. You had all the different jobs while you were still working on becoming who you are. And now that you're doing this, what advice would you give to actors out there? Because a lot of them feel like sometimes they want to give up because they're not getting gigs and they're kind of deflated and feeling that they need some inspiration.
I mean, I got Jocelyn Schitt when I was 43. So sometimes the role that's going to change things for you takes a while to find you. So if it's your thing, if it's absolutely your thing and you can't think of doing anything else, you have to keep going.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think people define success as being famous or having people recognize you. And I think being a successful actor is just getting to act. And it's not about people recognizing you. If you're doing the thing that you love, there are so many people in the world who don't get to do what they love. If you get to do what you love all the time, and yeah, you might have to do other things in between, but you're still focused on that dream, you are a successful actor.
I love that. Thank you so much for that. So when your daughter watches you were talking about, when your daughter watches all the stuff that you've been in, what's her reaction? What's it like for her to say, that's my mom?
She used it when she was little. It was like, ugh, like if anyone would stop me, she'd be like, can we just go to the aquarium? But I think now she feels a little bit more jazzed about it.
Yeah.
Ginny and Georgia is obviously, she won't watch Schitt's Creek. It's very interesting.
Really?
Yeah, she's like, I need a new show to go watch. I go, what about Schitt's Creek? She's like, nah. And I'm like, oh.
Just have to fast forward it to your scenes.
No, she doesn't want to watch me. That's the thing.
Oh, she has no idea
She
what
thinks it's weird.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh no, your
I
mom is
know.
incredible in
Just
Schitt's
watch
Creek.
my show.
Just
I'll
watch.
make her watch this interview. See?
Or-
Just watch your mother's show.
Or you have the wig at
I'll
home.
put the
Just
wig
put the
on.
wig on at home.
I'll be like, I will reenact every scene unless you watch this show.
Exactly.
Starting right now.
Oh my goodness, this has been such a highlight for me. Thank you so much for making time on The Working Actor. I'm sure everyone who's just tuning in is just going to love this as much as I've enjoyed doing this with you.
It's so nice to chat with you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, all the
Thank
history
you.
and the chit-chat.
I know, it's amazing. Thank you.